Gars, c'est vrai qu'actuellement, je suis à Tchan. Actuellement, je suis à Tchan. Mais Bamenda, depuis, j'ai les nouvelles qui viennent de là qui ne sont pas bonnes. Après la scène de l'autre jour, la scène des 10 morts là, les gars ont encore fait un truc ce matin, mon frère. Maintenant, les gars s'en prennent seulement aux francophones. Donc, ce n'est même plus là que machin. Donc, dès qu'ils suspectent que tu es francophone, les gars veulent seulement finir avec toi. Les francophones sont en train de sortir en cascade. Les francophones qui sont là-bas sont en train de libérer, mon frère. Les gars, donc maintenant, dès qu'ils suspectent seulement un peu que tu es francophone, ils cherchent à finir avec toi. Donc, les francophones sont en train de quitter. C'est ce qui se passe là actuellement.
Regardez Bamenda, on compte ta porte. Si tu es francophone, on compte la porte, tu ouvres, on te retire, on te retire dans la maison. On part te tuer au carrefour. On demande, tu es Bouddha, on t'envoie dehors, on part tirer. Toujours comme ça. Dans la semaine, jeudi, je me suis levée le matin, trouvé 4 morts à côté de ma maison. Voilà maintenant vendredi 2, samedi 5. Hier soir, c'est pire. Hier soir, dimanche, vers 17h30. Ah, mon. Ils ont venu cogner la porte. Tu vois 2 femmes là, l'homme et la femme là. Mais ils ont cogné la porte, les deux, la femme était à la maison. Lui et son mari, on a seulement dit que sortez. L'homme demande que quoi, dit sortez, venez. Ils sont venus, on les met dans la voiture. Passez, allez porter les autres gens encore. Mettre dans la voiture, porter jusqu'à 10. Eux, les francophones, les Bouddhas. Il y a 2 bamoun dedans. Ils ont maintenant allé au carrefour, tirer là-bas et dit que maintenant, les nombres d'anglophones qui sont morts, les francophones ne sont pas morts comme les anglophones. Maintenant, là, ce sont les francophones qu'on va tuer maintenant. Que chaque francophone, il aime sa vie, il monte. Tata, la voix est déjà partie. Nous, on a pleuré fatigué. Nous, on a déjà pleuré fatigué. Mes soeurs, priez pour nous. C'est grave. Je voulais même faire monter les enfants aujourd'hui. Mais jusqu'à là, il n'y a pas moyen pour faire monter les enfants parce qu'il n'y a même pas la moto qui marche ni la voiture. C'est grave.
Fellow Ambazonians, Chris Anu here, your comrade in arms for a free and independent Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia. I come for Una today, Friday, July the 21st, for address a message to the Ambazonian population in our territory, in the northern and the southern zones, and our population in the territory of La République du Cameroon. The 2 events where it took place in Bamenda last week with the killing of 15 people, it turned out, say, of the 10 where they killed for natural junction, it turned out, say, majority of them, they were being Francophones. Every evidence, every indication where we don't get them for interim government, a point to the fact that these Francophones were killed by the French Cameroon military. They came in trucks, not on Okada, but them come using truck, and the population will be there for that area, where they will see waiting it happen. They will see them jumping out of the truck and shooting indiscriminately they describe someone as carrying 2 guns on both hands and spraying it randomly. They kill 10 people for that incident, that particular incident. As a result of that incident, the French Cameroon population, both in the diaspora, in Europe in particular, and for Ground Zero and Bamenda, for the first time since this war started 7 years ago, the French Cameroon population, they stormed the streets of Europe. I think that was in France or Belgium. And then we saw those in Bamenda. The rally for Bamenda, ABB meant for the chiefs. But the chiefs, they refused to show up except for their leader. Every other chief except 3, they deny for go. They decide for stay home. And Francophones and the colonial military, they show up in civil, carrying palm fronds on the streets of Bamenda, demonstrating or rallying behind. Again, for the first time in 7 years, they came out to protest the killing of 10 people, 10 civilians who were gunned down by the French Cameroon military. Of course, they now try to manipulate public opinion, even when their newspapers, they don't report. Say, the 10 people and the 5 others, they will be killed by their military. We still see reports from the Defense Department. We still see reports from the chiefs of Bamenda or Northern Zone. And we still see reports from the colonial governor, Lele Afrique, where they want the public and everybody for belief say the people, they will be killed by Ambazonia restoration fighters. But the main important thing for this narrative, where I want make every Ambazonian make it know, it be say, difference a day between what they call Anglophones and Francophones. For the past 7 years where this war it don't go on, Anglophones, in their own terminology, they don't be killed in the thousands, and this one not be any exaggeration. Everybody in also say, our people, they don't be killed in the thousands. This one it be the first time in 7 years where we see Francophones step out on the streets to protest the killings. When I saw their action, I begin to wonder, that means for that country, the lives of our people in no matter, isn't it? The lives of our people no mean nothing, zero, to the Francophones on the other side of the Mongol. Because I'm not fit for understand how in 7 years they kill and kill and kill and kill. No one Francophone took to the street until yesterday in Bamenda. They took to the streets of Commercial Avenue, took to the streets in Europe, protesting the killing of their own. Who is protesting the killing of our own? Who has protested the killing of our own? We see them recently for Babanki, where they kill over 60 people. Our phones and our chiefs We don't hear colonial governor, all the mayors, they say me when I go out protest the killings. No. The killings were carried out by French Cameroon soldiers. And you know what the way French Cameroon soldiers that they do now? The day for Boyo, they say, is it Bello Junction or one of those market square? La République du Cameroon soldiers, they don't open up their own shops and they are selling articles. Now, they promise every civilian for that Bello square or Bello Junction or market, said they will give them 500,000 francs as capital if they will come open their shops. But in the meantime, the soldiers, they don't open up shops, start sell by themselves in Bello. But this one aside, this is just an aside, a piece of information. But the question where I would like for ask every Ambazonian, I think so if you know we believe, say two Cameroon them there, where they be divisible. When you know now, say that charade, that they call up, say one and indivisible, it's a charade. It's nonsense. Now we know there are two Cameroons. If you know, we know. Say two Cameroons them there. I don't mean English and French. I mean two separate countries. For our own country, they invade us and they treat us as criminals and as foreigners in our own lands. They kill our people, they kill our children, our mothers and our fathers, and then try to make sure you dare not cry or mourn them. You dare not cry or mourn them. But the moment 8 of their own are down, from Europe to ground zero, there are demonstrations. By the way, let me ask again. Those who talk saying Amba boys, they be killed those people for natural junction. Forget about the other 5. That one is very clear. Say, La République be doing. Those who killed the 5, the other 8, the other 10 for natural junction, those where they say, na Amba, they be kill them. Now, who's there? Ma ask one. Now, who's there where Amba started drive inside city in trucks? I use the word trucks in plural. Because those where they be there for they not be seeing one truck where they kill us, they will come out inside. They will see 2 trucks. One, it be stand the weight. One, it be the one where it brought, where it be bring the killers. So now since this war began, where Amba fighters, they use trucks inside the city, it has never happened. Never, ever. It has never happened. And so this idea from the colonial regime that the killers were Amba soldiers, of course, even when they will kill people for Ungaribo, bury them in mass graves, they not be ever grazing at them, they do them until international pressure it be mount upon them. So I not be surprised. Say La République will come out the talk say Amba boys killed the fighters. There are one and only newspaper in our territory called Ambazonia. The newspaper called The Guardian Post. Look at their headline. Was it last Monday? He said, soldiers, referring to which soldiers? Cameroon invading colonial soldiers. Shut down those people. Cut their lives short. They are not courageous enough to take up the responsibility. But one thing will be very clear. And they don't teach us a big lesson. And that big lesson, I say, Francophone lives. they be more important than Amber lives. Francophones are more better people to Ambazonian people. That is why you kill 10 or 8 Francophones. The streets are filled with protesters. And then you kill thousands of Ambazonians and then bury some in mass graves, and you dare go on the street. You are crucified. They kill your children in Amba, and they tell you you can't cry. You dare not open your mouth. Talk less of getting to the streets to protest. How many times when I don't see the massacre people inside Ambazonia and people they take to the streets? Of course not. Not even in Garibo. Nothing. Zero. Not a corner. The only one I have seen where people took to the streets was this incident, this woman who was going to drop the child in school in Boya, where Boya women came out and I think there was another occasion where they arrest children for Moyoka. They can go Boya, and the women left their homes and invaded the place. These are the only 2 cases, and in these cases, they were only the case of the woman. Now you became be killed. The case of Moyoka, it was a mere arrest. But when they kill us in Ambazonia, they make sure you dare not step out. But when they kill Francophones, they expect, just imagine, if all of Bamenda could show up yesterday to protest what they call the killing of Francophones. Just imagine the excitement will for be in their hearts. And yet, when your own brothers and sisters are killed by the same cowardly army, they make sure say, when I dare not even cry. Because when I cry, they will shoot one or two, kill them. But this is one lesson, ladies and gentlemen, where I want me to all Ambazonia understand. If it will take the death of Francophones to free Ambazonia, so be it. Again, hear me when I hear me very well. If it will take the death of Francophones for Ambazonia to be free, let it be so. Maybe now we know what you will go do for free our country. Make everybody here. Maybe now we know what for do for take free our country. If we don't know the secret of what hurts and pains La Republic du Cameroon citizens the most. If it is their citizens, let it be. Let it be. This is the kind of devastation I spoke about before. If there is no devastation in this world, La Republic du Cameroon will never learn a lesson. We must all strive to make sure we leave La Republique du Cameroon devastated. Not just in human beings, but in their infrastructure too. And make I warn every Ambazonian for where it therefore inside La Republique du Cameroon. May I warn one tomorrow, but when I not talk, say when I not be no or when I not be here. We don't see in the past few days tons of Francophones packing out of Bamenda. Plans the day on the way. Incitement is being planned. Incitement is right now as I speak, being planned in La Republique du Cameroon. It will happen, especially on the streets of Yaoundé, Bafoussam, Chang, and to an extent inside Douala. They will go after Ambazonians. They will go after Ambazonians. They will start to kill Ambazonians. Francophones are right now, they are planning to start going after Ambazonians. They will do them small, kill 2 people here, kill 2 people there, kill 1 person here, kill 4 people there. Now so it will be. May I warn every Ambazonian, please, now time this, wherever you dare, in French Cameroon, now time this for the start plan for go back to your home. You better go die inside your own town, your own village, your own city. No say you die for war than for somebody for walk to your shop, shoot you, kill them. Walk to your house, burn you down. Walk to your house, shoot you, kill them, or kill your children. It will be better for no say you die for your town, you die for your village, or you die for your city than die in the hands of robbers and people who care less about life in La République du Cameroon. And people where the chick say this war to come in, make I assure una. Make I assure una. We get some proverb for the BLM say, beans never done, dog no fit sleep. If beans never done, dog no fit sleep. That is exactly what we are doing in this war. If Cameroon thinks that we will suddenly surrender, I'm sorry for them. Because at this moment, I now see no one Ambazonian, not in the diaspora, not on ground zero, except for the blacklegs and the enablers, where they eat from the same pot with La République du Cameroon, where the Czech say, we fit surrender. Surrender no day, inside this war. Surrender in no day inside this war. The only thing I go tell one and I say, when I find a better place where when I fit be somehow secure. Because what we see for Bamenda the other day, they go increase. It no go reduce. French Cameroon will dress in civilian attire, dress look like amber as they normally do, go into quarters, spray down people, and then drive away. Can you imagine that a truck, a wide Hilux truck, drives into the center of the town, Nacho no be na outskirts of Bamenda, na inside town. You leave Nacho, how do you get for end of town, former end of town Azri or New Church Azri? How you go get there inside motor? Nobody, no police, no gendarme, no army. It no apprehend you in the age of cell phones. In the age of cell phones, they drive inside motor where they come out kill 10 people. They successfully drive come out. Nobody no call gendarme, no call police, no call army, and they drive all the way successfully go. And they want us for belief say now Amber fighters they be that. So now if now Amber fighters they will be so, how about the clearly marked military motor where it will be along that same convoy, which La République go talk. When they kill people, they then come out, they go, that other military motor, it follow them. If it will be na amber, no be that other military motor where it be they follow, if I chase them, no, it no be chase them. It went with them. It accompanied them. They were accomplices. So, fellow Ambazonians, may gonna listen to me. If now the death of Francophones will bring us a free and independent Ambazonia, die na die. Die na die. The only message I send now to our brothers and our sisters where they live for that part of the country, please, start thinking of returning home. Start thinking of returning home. And let me also add this one. We don't warn our parents as far as school reopening a big concern. We don't warn. We don't fight this war for 7 years. And La République, they try to rush to the United Nations for September. When I hear that they don't elect Solomon Young as president of the coming General Assembly of the United Nations. I'm sure when I don't hear that one. Cameroon, the plan for go for September. Tell the United Nations, say, no mercy, it don't return. No mercy, it don't return. My tell you now. Cameroon, they may not be killing people between now and September because they know, say, if they continue for the kill people between now and September, then their report for United Nations for September will be messed up with killings on the ground. Then they cannot craft a convincing narrative or story. But after September, Cameroon is going to step up the massacre. May I tell you, we want to understand. Cameroon go step up the killings, the massacre after United Nations General Assembly for September. It don't come past. So we tell every parent, and every child, make them not fool una. So when I go put una children for school the way it don't be close all this time. Keep your pikin. Whether picking the go school for the past 2 years or 1 year. No move them for there. Unless you there for Douala, you there for Yaoundé, you there for Bafoussam, you there for Chang. You dey fear your life or wait till where it will come happen. You want to come out for there, go find a different place, stay for there. That is fine. But where you're picking the go school now, no move them say you to go put them for new school where it will open for September. We, for this interim government, we don't decide, say, that one no go happen. That one it no go happen. And that one not mean, say, we don't want make children they go school. We just want the safety and the security for those children. Where they now, they be a little bit more secure. Any new school where they open for any local government or county. If the public not come after you, I tell you now, we will come after you now. I mean, after those schools, when I hear them for me, if the public no go come after una, we go come after una, especially these una so-called cultural and development organizations and the CPDM elite, where they campaign. Make Cameroon take this report to the United Nations. Go tell them, say, war, it don't finish. Make an ask una. We don't fight for 7 years now for surrender. We don't fight for 7 years now for live and make Cameroon run with victory. If we allow Cameroon go tell United Nations for September, say, no mercy don't return. School where they will be closed, they don't all be open. They do reconstruction now. Wait till it will cost Cameroon. Wait till it will force them for sit down for negotiate with us. If we allow Cameroon to run with it, it means say we have wasted our 7 years, our towns burnt down, our cities burnt down, villages burnt down, schools burnt down, hospitals burnt down for nothing. Because don't expect Cameroon for come back and say that they can't rebuild. They don't rebuild anything. Children, then where they carry and go put on for DDR, say rehabilitation. How many jobs they don't give them? How many of them get jobs? How many of them be rehabilitated? No, be them don't they run out of the place? They are running out of the place because there is nothing like rehabilitation. There is nothing like reconstruction. It is not going to happen. So my people, I hope so when I get this message very, very strongly. And again, I tell you now, if it will take more Francophones for die for we forget a free and independent Ambazonia, so be it. Because now, them don't tell us, say, now those lives matter. It means say, if we kill 5,000 Lara Popule to Cameroon army, if we kill 20,000 Lara Popule to Cameroon army, it doesn't matter to them. Number one, now army. Number two, nobody are picking them. Number three, they go replace them. But maybe, you touch these Francophones, you have touched the Holy Grail, and then, so my country people, again, now Comrade Chris, they bring this message for una. If this message enter your hand, pass them for everybody. Every Ambazonian where a day inside anywhere for French Cameroon. Where they warn una. Wanna not wait until they come kill una. When I right now start think of where when I go move to, God go protect us all.
The president should be spotlighted.
Let me acknowledge the Vice President here present, Mr. Eric Ate, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Interim House of Representatives, Dr. Winnie Lobati, the Chairlady of the Ethics Committee, Madame Dorotingwa, the Chair of the Judicial Commission, Barrister Timothy Mbesa, the following close collaborators of mine in Central Administration, Mr. Frank Cheney, Secretary of State, Department of Self-Defense and Security, Dr. Martin Mungwa, Secretary of State, Department of Communication and IT, Dr. Ndula Tom, Vice Chair, Ambazonia Ethics Commission, and all members of government here present. Dr. Amos Tumenta, Coordinator, Ngoketunjia County, Chair, Babisi Local Government Area, Comrade Claude Chi, Chair, Ndop Local Government Area, Comrade Andy, Balikumba Local Government Area, the Honorable Dr. John Titanta, IHR Representative for Babisi, the Honorable Otto Tiale, IHR Representative for Balikumbat, the Honorable Ernest Bo, IHR Representative for Ndop, the great people of this county, supporters of Ngoketunjia County, fellow Ambazonians. Thank you all for honoring our invitation to this annual humanitarian endeavor today. This is humanitarian because we are here to help our families who are the victims of a senseless genocidal war to have the minimum they need to stay alive and defend themselves and their communities. Anybody who deceived or who was deceived that La République du Cameroon genocidal regime is regaining control of our territory, or that some kind of normalcy, as they call it, is returning, was in a shock a week ago when 15 civilians were massacred within a span of a couple of days in Bamenda, 5 in Abango quarters and 10 in Nacho Junction. That is not how a return to normalcy looks like. Such acts of desperation are reminiscent of the Ngabu massacre of 2020, the Mother Teresa massacre, the Mautu massacre, the Pinyin massacre, the Big Babanki massacre, the Kona massacre, etc., where the cowardly La République du Cameroon thuggish genocidal regime has wasted many of our loved ones with gross impunity. Only a dullard would think that the denial of the Nacho Junction massacre by the colonial regime is different from their previous denials of responsibility for the above registered atrocity crimes in Ambazonia. They deny they perpetrated these crimes but refuse visas to investigators and will not welcome a fact-finding mission to get to the bottom of these heinous crimes. Why are they scared of independent investigation of these massacres? They plant fabricated accounts in their state-sponsored newspapers. They forcefully disappear eyewitnesses and pay lobbyists in Washington and big media to whitewash their crimes or cast the blame on Ambazonia. We know how many extra miles the Yaoundé colonial regime has tried to turn our people and the international community against us, despite the mountain of evidence of their genocide on our people. Unfortunately for them, they are dealing with a sophisticated Ambazonian populace who understands the playbook of the enemy, and an experienced international community that should master all the gimmicks of the annexationists in a war of occupation like this one. We have resisted French Cameroon, these barbaric genocidaires, in our territory for 62 years, but more actively for the past 6 painful years. At no point in time have our valiant Ambazonia Restoration Forces turned their weapons to target foreign civilian nationals residing in or visiting our country. We are not unawares of the fact that some Ambazonians and non-Ambazonian civilians are used as informants, facilitators, or infiltrators by the occupation forces of Paul Biya, thus putting this vulnerable population in harm's way. All these inhumane efforts have not yielded the fruits they desired. Our valiant ARFs have stood the test of time with a commanding presence, especially here in Ngoketunjia. But out of frustration, the Republic of Cameroon criminals in uniform have doubled down on their strategy of attrition, this time with a focus on innocent foreign nationals. We vehemently condemn this very dangerous trajectory chosen by the special Bulubeti militia that wants to turn some French Cameroon ethnicities in our country against Ambazonia. We saw this first with the attacks on the Bororos in Dogamanto, and now it is on the Bamili case. Earlier today, July 22, 2023, we learned that at the Quartier Ewondo in Yaoundé, a family of 10 southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, were slaughtered in cold blood by so-called unknown gunmen. And I submit to you that this is the handiwork of the same Bulubeti militia on a mission to plunge Cameroon into a civil war. We condemn this evil with all our might, and let us be vigilant, Ambazonians, and know that wherever we find ourselves, it is our God-given right to defend ourselves with every iota of our energy. The interim government press release published a couple of days ago by the Secretary of State for Communication and IT is clear on our position concerning these recent back-to-back massacres committed by La République du Cameroun genocidal hoodlums in our territory. They will pay for this genocide on our people, sooner or later. Let us observe a moment of silence in honor of one of our pioneers, generals of the ARF Ngoketunjia, Shaumao, who fell this year not by the hands of our enemies or enemy, but by the chilly hands of criminals within our struggle. Let's include all our fallen heroes and heroines, as well as the thousands of our compatriots who have been massacred by Biya's genocidal squads in Ngoketunjia County and the rest of Ambazonia. We still have the recent Bamenda 15 fresh in our memories, massacred by the same French Cameroon genocidaires. A moment of silence, please. May their souls rise in solidarity with us as we labor to fulfill their desires. Fellow Ambazonians, there is no better place to be than in the great county of Ngoketunjia, when issues of self-defense and our collective resistance are concerned. This rock-solid county has provided a stumbling block to La République du Cameroon's existential onslaught on our people. The resilience of these compatriots of Ngoketunjia can be measured by the sustainable fighting spirit of the brave Ambazonia Restoration Forces ARFs of this county. I once listened to an audio message on social media shared by one young, psychologically defeated La République du Cameroon thug who defected after wondering aloud what honor and fidelity had to do with killing unarmed friends or neighbors in Ambazonia. Let me paraphrase an excerpt of what he said in his viral audio. He said, and I quote, "Any La République du Cameroon soldier's nightmare is when he is assigned on a mission to Ngoketunja or a mission to Bui, passing through Ngoketunja. Even in armored vehicles, driving through Ngoketunja is like embarking on a journey to hell. You just don't know what could happen the next minute." This is the kind of psychological scare the valiant Ambazonia restoration forces of Ngoketunja have brought on the enemy forces trespassing in our territory to commit the pogroms we see daily in Ambazonia. And just yesterday, Friday, the enemy suffered yet another great loss of one of their multi-million armor cars in Bamisi. We salute our relentless warriors for their bravery and steadfastness in defending their turfs and resisting the enemy who wants to annihilate our people and enslave us in perpetuity. The success of Ngoketunja is because of the consistency and resilience of its leadership on the ground, despite efforts by the enemy and some Ambazonian dissidents to divide and rule. We have all witnessed the exemplary defense structure in this county, even when some brave fighters were manipulated and derailed by the enemy to create a counter force against the ARFs. Somehow, Ngoketunja still found a way to maintain her place and focus as a backbone of the people's self-defense architecture. My valiant Ambazonia restoration forces of Ngoketunja, thank you. Your selfless attachment to duty has negated the void that could have been left by some of your forces who were manipulated to leave your ranks. FM Sagon and all the other generals, commanders, and forces protecting our people in Ngoketunja, we salute you all. Ambazonia is closer to Buea now than 6 years ago because of your tenacity in battle. Citizens of La République have learned to pronounce the beautiful name of your great county, Ngoketunja, because of its significance as the place of death for their ill-trained and misguided genocidal talks. And when the history of this war will be written by unbiased historians of this liberation war, the bravery of our ARFs in Ngoketunja will occupy a major part. Your military ingenuity in continuously refining your guerrilla war tactics, your contributions have even helped the ARFs fine-tune our national strategic security plan. And as Commander-in-Chief, I listen keenly to the concerns raised by your county defense executives surrounding the discipline, coordination, and delivery of the National Strategic Security Plan. My advice to the Ngoketunja County after this is that after this draft, do not despise the son who remained at home, loyal to the family, and only shower your gifts on the prodigal son, forgetting that without him, there will be nothing for the prodigal son to return to. I assure you that most of your concerns are already being scrutinized by the federal level, by the federal government. The federal defense structures, as a matter of urgency, will liaise with your county and LG executives to help you when needed. Sons and daughters of Bamunka, Babisi, Balikumbat, LGS. As a people, especially those on the home front, you have shown steadfastness despite challenges brought by this senseless war on you. Despite some excesses here and there, you have been supportive of our cause. Thank you. That is why we can continuously mount this formidable resistance against the enemy with surgical precision. Even when one Cameroon CPDM elite serving the genocidal regime, including chiefs, tried to corrupt your consciences to turn your backs on our liberation movement, you have resisted. That's the spirit of all Ambazonians that Ambazonians should emulate. The vision to see short-term challenges as hurdles that we must cross to arrive at our collective ultimate destination, which is a free homeland, Ambazonia, for us and generations to come. These challenges will appear in all forms and shapes, from the massacre of loved ones, burning of properties, being locked up in La Republique dungeons, being an IDP or refugee in a foreign country, being hated and blackmailed, or even being detained abroad, as some of our finest and freedom fighters are going through here in the United States. Please, they are detainees, not prisoners. Rest assured that the frivolous charges brought against them, engineered by certain CPDM paid operatives, shall not survive through the furnace of the American justice system. Until America starts convicting Ukrainians in America who are massively supporting their nation to fight against Russian annexation and occupation, no judge in America with a clear conscience will condemn any Ambazonian for supporting his people to fight against French Cameroon's annexation and occupation. If annexation is a crime against humanity, then it is a crime everywhere, from Kuwait to Ukraine, from southern Cameroon, Ambazonia to Donbass. All we need to prove anywhere is that our case is one of annexation, and indeed it is. We will not be enslaved by an equal party in a non-existent union through fear, fatigue, lies, propaganda, or evil conspiracies. We are the never again generation, the all for one for all generation. And we leave no one behind as we continuously take on this fight against 60 plus years of annexation and recolonization. The IG under my leadership is leaving no stone unturned to make sure our brave people regain their freedom and enjoy their inalienable rights in their God-given country, Ambazonia. My dear financial warriors here present, let us get ready to draft and support Ngoketunjia County. We are the fuel that keeps the engine of the liberation vehicle moving. We are the actors that make freedom happen, not the vocal spectators who expect others to secure a place for them in a free Ambazonia without any sacrifices from them. Remember, the generation of Foncha cowardly passed on their responsibility to another generation. Should I call it the generation of Frundi? Then the generation of Frundi preferred a transaction with La Republique than our outright resistance and freedom. So they failed in their responsibility to protect and liberate us. They passed on their responsibility to us. Our generation must not pass this responsibility on to the next generation, because La République du Cameroon has vowed that if we fail, there will be no next generation left to correct this error. They have decided to exterminate us once and for all. Let us do what we must do, and let us acquire some more fuel tonight so that our invisible brigades of Ngoketunjia will continue toying with enemies' armored vehicles and their sorry occupants, so that we can tell the enemy that our destiny in this failed partnership of two equals is not in their hands. It's no longer in their hands. Let's contribute generously so that our valiant Ambazonia Restoration Forces of Ngoketunjia can continue to have the support they need to defend our people and our territorial integrity. As I said during last week's draft, cash in hand is better, because pledges are only as good as nothing if they are not redeemed. If we decide to pledge tonight and announce a feel-good figure, we are deceiving ourselves. This is not a game, this is war. La République du Cameroon is attacking our positions right now as we speak in Ngoketunjia. Let it be your responsibility to hold your pledge to your chest, but give Ngoketunjia a down payment now, so that we can translate it into immediate action on the ground. Let the resilient people of Ngoketunjia take the lead boldly, and we will follow. Our support mantra for every county is, to whom much will be given, much is expected. We are going to help you truly when you demonstrate the willingness and readiness to forge ahead. Let me thank you all in advance who will go the extra mile tonight to draft and support Ngoketunjia. You are literally putting your mouth where your money is, because this county is one of the reasons why La République du Cameroon's declaration of victory is considered a straight-faced lie in the international community. Let the draft from Ngoketunjia County commence now. Viva our brave Ambazonia Restoration Forces of Ngoketunjia. Viva the great people of Ngoketunjia County. Viva the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. And God bless you for listening.